Hey guys, welcome to day 2 of 1 month of yoga. Before starting today's practice, I would suggest you keep a scarf or a belt handy as you might need it as a prop today. Once you have that, we are ready to start today's routine. May the force be with you.
Let's start by sitting in a relaxed, cross-legged sitting position. Ground your hip bones and try to keep your back straight. You can pop a pillow below your hips if you're having trouble keeping your back straight. Gently close your eyes. Now let's take a few deep breaths to center ourselves, calm our mind, and prepare ourselves for the yoga practice today. Feel your abdomen and chest expand as you breathe in, and feel them fall in as you exhale. Slowly open your eyes. Now bring your arms in front of you at shoulder level. We'll do some wrist stretches now. As you inhale, rotate your hands up so that your fingers point towards the ceiling. As you exhale, rotate them down towards the floor. Try to keep the hands as straight as possible and rotate from the wrists. We hold a lot of tension in our wrists as we text over our smartphones and type over our laptops for long durations. These stretches will help release some of that tension. Now rotate your right hand so that the palm faces up. Bring the hand down and pull it back with your left hand. Stay here for a breath and then release. Do the same for the left hand. Then let go. Now form a fist with both hands and start rotating the fists in outward direction. Try to make the rotations as big as possible and keep breathing normally. Then rotate the wrists inward. It's funny how sometimes even such small movement can take so much effort. Now slowly let go and just shake out your hands. Now let's come into a tabletop position. Bring your arms below your shoulders and knees below the hips. Keep the fingers spread out and press the entire palm onto the ground. As you inhale, let your belly fall down, roll your shoulders back, and extend your neck up to create a nice stretch through your spine. As you exhale, reverse that, curl the spine, pushing the navel into the back and gazing towards the navel. Let's repeat this a few times. As you inhale, slowly extend up, and then as you exhale, curl down. This is a great stretch to start off a yoga practice as it helps in opening up the back and elongating the spine. Let's do one last one. Inhale, extend up. Exhale, curl down. Then come back to neutral position. Bring your left hand right below your head. As you inhale, swing your right hand up and gaze up towards the ceiling. You can let your right arm fall further back if you want to feel a deeper stretch in the back. Then as you exhale, sweep the right arm below the left arm. Keep extending till your right shoulder touches the ground. You should feel a nice twist in your spine. Keep breathing in this position and then come back and repeat on the other side. Center your right arm below the head. As you inhale, take your left arm up. As you exhale, bring it below the right arm into a twist. Twists in general are great for any back-related problems as they help in massaging the spinal cord and bring it back to its natural position. Now come back to all fours. Take a deep breath here. And as you exhale, push the floor with your feet and your hands to come into a downward dog position. In the beginning, let's keep our legs bent. Keep your fingers spread out and position them such that your index finger points forward. Keep your weight spread across the entire hands and not just the heel of the hand. Keep pushing your chest towards your thighs such that the tailbone is always extending up towards the ceiling. Now straighten just your left leg and feel the stretch along the back of your left leg. Then slowly bend your left leg and straighten the right leg. Breathe into the stretch you feel in the right leg. Now keep alternating the legs a few times and feel the hamstrings and calves slowly opening up. Remember to keep breathing normally. Finally, try to straighten both the legs together and touch the heel on the floor. Then drop your knees and come back to tabletop position. Push your hips back and come into child's pose. Bring your big toes together and let the knees spread wide. Just take a few relaxing breaths here. Now come up. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Then drop your neck back and start curving your spine. Just breathe into the back bend here. Then slowly start folding forward, keeping the hands behind. Try to get your hands as high as possible and feel the nice opening of the chest and shoulders. Slowly release the hands, bring them down and come into child's pose. Now time to get up. We will start with a dynamic twist called Kati Chakrasana. Stand with your feet hip distance apart with toes pointing in front. Take a deep breath in and as you exhale, start twisting to the right. Keep the left hand on the right shoulder and wrap the right hand behind the back. Come back and repeat for the left side. As you exhale, twist to the left, keeping the right hand on the left shoulder and left hand wrapped back. Come back. Now let's repeat this a few times on each side in quick successions. Exhale, twist. Inhale, come back. Exhale, twist. Inhale, come back. Make sure you keep your entire feet firmly on the ground. We have a tendency to lift the heels, so avoid doing that. Awesome. Now come to the top of the mat. Stand with your feet together and hands on either sides. As you inhale, extend your arms up into a mini back bend. As you exhale, bend forward, trying to keep your back straight and hinging from the hips. As you inhale, come up into a half bend with your back straight. You can rest your hands on your shins. Then as you exhale, bend back down. It's okay to keep your knees bent initially. As you inhale, bring your hands to the floor and take your right leg back into a low lunge. Here you have the option of lowering your right knee to the ground if you are finding it too difficult to keep it up. Keep your left knee stacked over the left ankle. You can swing forward and backward a bit to get used to the stretch you feel in your right leg. Then place your hands firmly on the ground, and as you exhale, come into a downward dog. Take a deep breath in and out here. As you inhale, start rolling your body forward to come into a high plank so that your shoulders come right above your hands. As you exhale, drop your knees, followed by your chest and chin to come into a Ashtanga Namaskar pose. In this pose, only your knees, chest, chin should be touching the ground apart from your feet and hands. Then as you inhale, start moving forward and extend your chin up to come into a cobra pose. Here again, we tend to crunch up our shoulders, so make sure your shoulders are rolled back. As you exhale, come back into downward dog. Bring your right leg in between the arms into a low lunge. Then bring your left leg in to come into a forward fold. As you inhale, come into a half bend and then exhale back into the forward fold. Finally, take a deep breath in and extend all the way up into a standing pose. Again, inhale, extend up. Exhale, bend forward. Inhale, half bend. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, take the left leg back to come into a low lunge. Exhale, take the right leg back to come into a downward dog. Inhale, come into a high plank. Exhale, drop down into the knee, chest, chin. Inhale, slide forward into a cobra pose. Exhale, come into a downward dog. Inhale, bring the left leg in to come into a low lunge. Exhale, bring the right leg in to come into a forward bend. Inhale, come into a half bend. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale all the way up. If you are comfortable with Surya Namaskar and you feel like doing a more intense workout today, you have the option of pausing the video here, doing maybe one more set of Surya Namaskar, and then meeting us back here. Otherwise, let's continue. Now take a big step back. Pivot your right foot and open your hips to the side such that your right foot is parallel to the back of the mat. Bring your arms on either sides such that they are parallel to the floor. Now start bending your left knee and align it right above the left ankle. This is Warrior 2 pose. Take a few breaths here. Make sure your left knee is not falling inwards, so keep pushing it out. One way to check your alignment is to be able to see the left big toe in front of the left knee. Now, maintaining the position of the lower body, start tilting the upper body forward till you can rest your left arm on the left thigh. Try to keep the right arm, hip and leg all in one straight line and look up. Keep breathing normally. And then slowly come back to Warrior 2 and straighten the left leg. Then pivot the right foot towards the right and bring the left foot parallel to the front of the mat. Now let's do Warrior 2 on the right side. Bring your arms parallel to the floor and start bending the right knee. Maintain the alignment of the right knee over the right ankle and take a few deep breaths here. Then start tilting forward and come into a side angle pose. Now come back to Warrior 2 and straighten your right leg. Now rotate your entire body to the right by 90 degrees to face the back of the mat. Keep the legs spread out and point the feet towards the back of the mat. Bring your hands to the hips. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, start folding forward, keeping a straight back. Now you can stay here in this half bend position if you are already feeling an intense stretch in your right hamstring. Otherwise, you can drop your hands down, take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, fold further down. Again, as you inhale, come to a flat back position and then exhale down. Slowly rise all the way back up. Turn around and let's repeat this on the other side at your own pace. Now lie down in Shavasana and get your breath back. Slowly rise up and come into a sitting position with your feet extended forward. Bring your hands behind your hips and fold your knees to bring the feet on the floor. Then take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, push the floor with your hands and feet to come into a reverse tabletop position. Let your head drop back. Keep your core tight and keep pushing the hips up towards the ceiling. Stay here for a few breaths and then slowly come down. Let's do this one more time. Inhale deeply and then as you exhale, push up. Now you can stay here. If you want to challenge yourself further, you can walk your legs out and come into a reverse plank. Otherwise, just staying here is completely fine. Slowly come back. Bring both your feet together in front of you like in butterfly pose, and then just fold forward to get your breath back. Now come into a cross-legged sitting position. Bring your arms on either sides. Cross your right arm over your left arm and interlace your arms to bring the palms together. If you are not able to bring your palms together, just join the back of your hands. Lift your elbows up and your arms out and away from you. Now just breathe deeply into the stretch you feel between your shoulder blades. Slowly release and shake your arms side to side. Now bring your left hand over your right and interlace your arms. Keep your elbows up. This is an excellent stretch to release the tension that builds up between the shoulder blades as we hunch over our computers the entire day. Now slowly release. Now fold your left knee and bring the left heel outside the right hip. Fold the right knee and bring it on top of the left knee. Adjust your sitting bones so that you are balanced and are not tilting to one side. Now bring your left arm up and fold it to bring it behind your shoulders. Bring the right arm to the side and rotate it forward so that the palm faces back. Then swing it in and bring it behind your back. Try to wriggle it up the back and get hold of the left hand. If you're not able to get hold of the left hand, grab a scarf in your left hand and drop it behind your back. Then grab hold of the scarf with your right hand and try to inch your way up. Stay in this position for a breath. And then come back. Let's switch sides and repeat this for the other side. Fold your left leg over the right leg. And then bring the right hand up and back. Grab it with your left hand. Slowly release and come back. Now lie down on your back. Lift your right leg up to bring it at 90 degrees angle. Grab hold of the toes with both the hands. Try to keep the leg as straight as possible while keeping the left leg on the ground. If you are not able to reach the right leg, take a belt or a scarf, hold it in both hands, and then loop it around the right foot. Then pull the scarf towards you to stretch the right leg forward. Slowly let go. Let's repeat it for the left leg. Slowly release. Bend your right knee and bring it to the left side to get into a twist. Turn your head to the right and keep the right shoulder on the ground. Stay here for a couple of breaths. And slowly come back. Let's repeat it for the other side. Bend your left knee and bring it to the right side. Take a few deep breaths here. And then release. Now just lie down in Shavasana and totally relax your body. Try to feel total darkness in front of your eyes and let your body just sink into the ground. Feel free to come out of Shavasana when you're ready. See you next time.